Alright, for the sake of the internet, there will be spoilers in this video. There will be spoilers for the Walking Dead TV show, for the Walking Dead comic. So I've seen so many people complaining about, oh, spoilers in the title, and spoilers, you didn't tell us about spoilers before spoilers happened and I've been spoiled. This is your warning. This is your one warning to get off this video if you do not want to be spoiled about what happened with Negan killing people in the Walking Dead TV show and in the comics. Also, side note, I got this at Comic-Con a few years ago and I thought it was going to be like a wiffle bat, but it's rubber and it actually has some good weight to it. I mean, it's a little shorter than a normal baseball bat, but you can knock some skulls with this. Alright, is everyone who did not watch the season premiere of The Walking Dead gone? Can we talk about this? Because I didn't watch it either. I didn't even watch the show, but I'm going to talk about the spoiler. I stopped watching The Walking Dead a while ago, back when Morgan showed up at the end with the season finale. I just never picked it back up again. And then since then, I kept hearing, oh, Negan's been cast. Okay, cool. Hey, Negan is Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Okay, cool. Hey, Negan has killed his first victim. And I thought, this is gonna be tricky. Because in the comic, Negan chooses his victim very carefully. He doesn't want to appear sexist or racist, so he goes eeny, meeny, miny, mo, and he ends on Glenn. So in issue number 100, Glenn gets his head bashed in, cries out Maggie, eye pops out, dies. That's the end of Glenn. So in the past few months when people were freaking out about not knowing who Negan killed, I thought, well, it better be Glenn. I'm not a purist to believe that every bit of the comic needs to appear on the screen, but that has to be the way that Glenn dies. So because everybody and their mother has been talking about The Walking Dead, I decided to find a detailed recap of what happened when Negan swung his bat down, because I didn't want to be visually spoiled, if that makes any sense. In case I do want to go back and watch all of the episodes leading up to this, I want it to all be fresh in my mind then. I don't want to already have seen what's going to happen. Though I did want to spoil myself with who Negan actually kills, and it was Glenn. And also Abraham, which, when you think about it, actually makes a lot of sense. Because if you've read the comics, Abraham dies in issue 99, Glenn dies in issue 100. So to have their deaths be so concisely next to each other, that makes a lot of sense. It works with the story. I mean, most of these people are leading pretty depressive lives at this point, but Abraham keeps getting beaten down and kicked in the chest, and just life keeps dealing him all of this horrible, depressing love, romance, zombies everywhere sort of thing, and he's just trying to find his place in the world. And then in the comics, he gets an arrow through his eye by Dwight. Yes, in issue number 99, while Abraham is talking to Eugene about Rosita, about how if she's happy with him, then that's cool with Abraham, he gets an arrow through the back of his head. So because Abraham's arrow death didn't exactly happen in the TV series, I'm glad that the show was able to put him under Negan's bat. And then, oh, everybody freaks out, and the viewers were able to take a tense, collected step back and think, alright, well, at least it wasn't Daryl, at least it wasn't Glenn, oh, and then it's Glenn, oh! And like I said before, this is the way that Glenn was supposed to die. In his final moments, he was worried about other people. He was taken away in a violent way in front of everybody who mattered, and it just has such an emotional impact with the characters and completely steers the show in a different direction, and that is what it did for the comics. After Glenn's death in the comics, after Negan pronounced himself as such a violent villain that doesn't think that he's a villain but murders people's friends in front of them, this is such a dark part for the comic series, and this is where the TV show needs to be. And also, I can't think of any other kind of death that would have done Glenn justice. I feel like through the comics and through the TV show, Glenn is really intelligent when it comes to avoiding, evading, and getting rid of the walkers. So to have him murdered by an actual human person, that's the way that he needs to go. And a lot of people have been saying for years that Daryl needs to die because they need to show that not everybody is safe, even the big top tier characters. I think they did a good job killing off Glenn because he's one of 6 that's been there since season 1. And there was a cliffhanger a while back with those two guys that showed up, Eric and Aaron, and everybody thought that Daryl was going to die in the season finale and that would have been great, but the thing that a lot of people didn't realize is that Daryl just got a very expensive, beefed up chopper bike from the show. The show isn't going to give him an expensive vehicle and then kill him off. They're not going to do that. And that's sort of one of the ways that you can tell when they're not going to get rid of a main character, when they give him a new, brand new, expensive studio purchased thing. So in the comments down below, let me know if you are satisfied with this season premiere. Should I go back and watch The Walking Dead? Because a lot of people are saying, this is the best episode in such a long time. So if this is the best episode, then I'm not sure I want to wade through all of the other episodes. I'm just kind of unsure, you know? And if you did not watch the season premiere, are you mad at me for posting spoilers? Because I did that whole big intro thing. You shouldn't be mad at me. Or maybe you just don't care or don't watch the TV show and you just wanted to see me babble for a couple minutes. As always, my name is Travis. Thank you for listening to what I have to say, and you will see me soon.